Welcome to Healthier Daily. I'm Dr. Ben Carter. Today we need to talk about a number on your blood test that scares a lot of people: creatinine. Doctors use this number to see if your kidneys are failing. But to you, it shouldn't just be a number on a page. I want you to think of creatinine as exhaust fumes. It is the toxic chemical waste left over every time your muscles move. When that number goes up, it means the exhaust is not leaving the building. It is backing up into your blood. It poisons your energy, it clouds your brain, and it slowly destroys your body. Now, you might think you just need to take a supplement or eat less meat. But the truth is, the battle for your kidney health is won or lost in the first hour of your day. To help us understand why the morning is so critical, Dr. Hinohara is here. Dr. Hinohara, you have said that most people treat their kidneys nicely during the day, but they abuse them in the morning.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Yes, it is a tragedy. I ask my patients to imagine their kidneys as a sophisticated water filtration system for a large house. This system filters the water 24 hours a day. But think about what happens at night. You are asleep. You are not drinking water. You are not moving. The flow of water slows down to a trickle. And what happens to a filter when the water stops moving? The sediment, the dirt, the creatinine, it settles. It gets stuck in the fine mesh of the filter. So when you wake up at 7:00 a.m., your master filter is at its dirtiest. It is gunked up. It is concentrated with toxins.
That is a powerful image. A gunked up filter. And this is where the danger comes in. Most people wake up with this clogged filter, and the first thing they do is drink a strong cup of coffee or eat a heavy breakfast of bacon and eggs.
Exactly. And that is a disaster. If you have a clogged filter and you suddenly turn the water pressure up to high, what happens? You blow out the pipes, you tear the mesh, you damage the system. You cannot force a dirty filter to work hard. You must perform a system flush first. You must gently backwash the filter to clean it before you ask it to do any heavy lifting.
So today we are going to fix your morning. We are not just giving you a random list of 10 habits. We have organized them into the filter reset protocol. It is a logical 3-phase flow. Phase 1 is flush and cleanse. How to safely clear the gunk without damaging the pipes. Phase 2 is calibrate pressure. How to check your system before you load it. Phase 3 is clean fuel. What to put in the tank so you don't clog it up again. By the end of this video, you will have a perfect morning routine that lowers your creatinine naturally. Before we start phase 1, I have to ask, how do you feel when you first wake up? Do you feel fresh, or do you feel heavy, foggy, or puffy around the eyes? That puffiness is often the sign of a clogged filter. If you ever wake up feeling heavy or toxic, please just type reset in the comments below. We want to know that you are ready to change this. And if you are ready to learn the filter reset protocol, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. Let's get started.
Welcome back. We are standing in the kitchen. It is 7:00 a.m. Your master filter, your kidney, is dry, sticky, and full of sediment creatinine from the night before. So what is the first step of our filter reset protocol? It is phase 1, flush and cleanse. We must gently rehydrate the mesh of the filter so the gunk can slide off and be flushed away. And this brings us to habit 1, immediate hydration.
This sounds simple, but the way you do it matters. You cannot just throw ice water at a sleeping organ. The protocol is drink 8 to 16 ounces, about 1 to 2 cups of water immediately after waking up. But it should be warm or at least room temperature. Why warm? Because warm water widens your blood vessels. It helps open the pipes gently. Cold water shocks the system and constricts the pipes. We want flow, not shock. And as the opponent's video mentioned, adding a squeeze of lemon makes this a powerful solvent. Lemons are rich in citric acid. Think of this as a natural lime scale remover for your pipes. It binds to calcium in your urine and prevents it from forming stones. It also provides antioxidants to protect those delicate filter cells from the rust of oxidative stress.
So you are drinking your warm lemon water. You are gently soaking the dry filter. This is beautiful. But then, most people make a terrible mistake. They reach for the violence. They reach for the coffee pot.
This is habit 4, avoid caffeine overload. Now, we are not saying you have to give up coffee forever, but drinking a strong cup of coffee first thing in the morning before you are fully hydrated is like kicking your kidneys while they are down. Here is the science. Caffeine is a diuretic. It forces your kidneys to squeeze out water. Imagine your filter is already dry and clogged. Coffee tells your kidneys, squeeze harder. Get rid of the water. This dehydrates the filter even more. It concentrates the creatinine. And caffeine raises your blood pressure temporarily. You are increasing the pressure inside a clogged pipe. That causes damage.
We must be gentle. If you need a warm drink, switch to herbal tea for that first hour. Ginger tea is wonderful for circulation. Nettle leaf tea is a kidney tonic. It supports the filter instead of whipping it. Save the coffee for after you have flushed the system with water and eaten breakfast.
Now the water's in the system. The solvent is working. We need to get the fluid moving. We need to activate the pump. This is habit 2, gentle movement. Please notice I said gentle. Many seniors think they need to go for a run or lift weights to be healthy. But remember, creatinine comes from muscle breakdown. If you do heavy exercise like HIIT or heavy lifting first thing in the morning, you are tearing muscle fibers. You are creating more exhaust fumes, creatinine, and dumping them into a filter that is still clogged.
Do not add more trash to the pile yet. We need circulation, not destruction. Do a brisk walk. Do some Tai Chi. Do some gentle stretching or yoga. This acts like a gentle pump. It helps the blood flow through the kidneys to wash away the sediment without creating new sediment.
So that is phase 1. Warm lemon water to soak the filter. No coffee yet to avoid squeezing the dry filter. Gentle movement to pump the fluid. Your filter is now wet and flowing. But before we put any fuel food into the system, we must check the dashboard. We have to check the pressure gauges.
Welcome back. We have successfully flushed and cleansed the filter. The water is flowing gently. The pipes are open. Now we are standing at the kitchen counter, ready to make breakfast. But wait. Before you put any fuel into the machine, a wise operator always checks the dashboard. You must check the gauges. This is phase 2, calibrate pressure. Your kidneys are extremely sensitive to pressure. They are made of millions of tiny, delicate vessels. If the pressure in those vessels is too high, they burst. If the sugar level in the fluid is too high, they get sticky and clog.
That is why habit 9, monitor blood pressure and sugar, is not just a good idea. It is a mandatory morning ritual for anyone with kidney concerns. Morning is the moment of truth. There is something called the morning surge. Just as you wake up, your body naturally releases adrenaline and cortisol to wake you up. This causes a natural spike in blood pressure. For a healthy person, this is fine. But for someone with kidney issues, this surge can be dangerous. It is like testing the limits of your pipes every single morning. You need to know your numbers before you eat. If your blood pressure is high, over 130/80, adding a salty breakfast is dangerous. If your blood sugar is high over 100 mmol or DL fasting, adding a sugary cereal is dangerous. Knowledge is power. If you see the pressure gauge is in the red zone, you know you need a calming breakfast, not a heavy one.
And there is one natural calibrator that you can use right now for free to help lower that pressure gauge. It is Habit 3 Morning Sunlight. Most people think sunlight is just for vitamin D. And yes, vitamin D is crucial for kidney health. But sunlight does something else, something almost magical instantly.
That's right. When sunlight hits your skin, it triggers the release of a molecule called nitric oxide. We talk about nitric oxide a lot in this channel because it is a miracle worker. It tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. It literally expands the pipes. When the pipes expand, the pressure drops. The morning surges calm down. The burden on your filter is lifted. So here is your phase 2 routine step: outside or sit by a window for 10 minutes. Let the nitric oxide open your pipes. Check your blood pressure and sugar. Ideally, keep a log. Now you know your system is safe and ready for fuel.
We love our Healthier Daily family, and it brings us great joy to see our community grow. We would be so grateful if you would tell us in the comments what country or what state here in the U.S. are you watching from today. We read them all, and it inspires us. Welcome back. We are now at the most critical moment of the morning. We have flushed the filter with water. We have calibrated the pressure with sunlight. The machine is running smoothly. The pipes are clean. But now you are hungry. You need to put fuel into the machine. And this is where most people make a catastrophic mistake. They take a bucket of heavy, dirty coal and dump it right into their delicate, clean filter. You undo all your good work in one meal. We are starting Phase 3 Clean Fuel. And before we tell you what to eat, we must tell you what to avoid.
This brings us to Habit 5, avoid high-protein breakfasts. I know this goes against what the fitness industry tells you. They say protein, 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 but for your kidneys, protein is heavy lifting. Here is the science: when you eat protein, especially animal protein like bacon, sausage, or a huge pile of eggs, your body breaks it down. The breakdown process creates waste products. The two biggest ones are urea and nitrogen, and indirectly, this metabolism contributes to the creatinine load. Eating a huge steak breakfast is literally dumping a load of exhaust fumes into your blood. We call this the renal acid load. Animal proteins create acid in your blood. Your kidneys have to work overtime, scrubbing hard to neutralize that acid and keep your blood pH balanced. If you start your day with a meat lover's omelet, you are forcing your filter to run at maximum capacity right from the start. You are clogging the mesh with heavy ash.
It is like starting a cold car in the morning and immediately stomping on the gas pedal to 100 miles per hour. You strain the engine. We need clean fuel. We need fuel that burns without leaving heavy ash behind.
And speaking of heavy ash, there is one specific supplement we must warn you about. This is habit 7, avoid creatine supplements. If you go to the gym or if you have grandchildren who work out, you might hear about creatine for muscle building. But if you have kidney concerns, this is a trap. Creatine in your body converts directly into creatinine. Taking this supplement is literally pouring the toxin into your blood. It artificially spikes your numbers on your blood test, and it forces your kidneys to filter it out. It is unnecessary work. So the rule for Phase 3, Part A is simple, no heavy loads. Skip the bacon. Skip the processed sausage. Skip the heavy protein shakes. Give your kidneys a gentle start.
So, if we cannot use heavy cold meat, what do we use? We need a fuel that burns clean, bright, and leaves no mess behind. We need the green energy. Welcome back. We have removed the heavy coal, the meat, and creatine that was clogging our filter with ash. Now the furnace is clean. So what do we put in it? We need a fuel that burns clean, bright, and efficient. We need fuel that gives you energy, but creates almost zero waste for the filter to clean up. We need green energy. This brings us to the happiest part of the morning, Habit 6, the kidney-friendly breakfast.
This is where we can actually lower your creatinine numbers through food. And the absolute superstar of this category is the humble bowl of oatmeal. Now, why oatmeal? Why not just fruit? Because oats are packed with a special type of fiber called beta-glucan. I want you to think of this fiber as a sponge inside your gut. Here is a scientific secret. Your kidneys are not the only way waste leaves the body. Your gut is the backup exit. When you eat oatmeal, that fiber sponge travels through your intestines and traps toxins like creatinine and urea. It binds to them, and then it carries them out through your digestion instead of letting them get reabsorbed into your blood. It literally gives your kidneys a break. It offloads the work. But we don't just eat plain oats. We need to add scrubbers. This is where we add blueberries or strawberries. These are the antioxidant all-stars. They are low in potassium, so they are safe, but they are high in compounds that fight inflammation. They scrub the filter mesh while the oats carry out the trash.
So we have the sponge oats and the scrubbers berries. But a machine also needs oil to run smoothly.
Exactly. We need healthy fats. The opponent's video suggested avocado toast, and for most people, this is fantastic. Healthy fats. Monounsaturated fats reduce inflammation. They keep the filter flexible. However, a small warning. If your potassium is already very high, avocado might be too much. In that case, use a little olive oil or a sprinkle of flax seeds on your oatmeal instead. It gives you the same lubrication without the potassium load.
Now, our breakfast is perfect. Oats berries, healthy fat. It burns clean. But is there anything else we can add to the tank? Are there any fuel additives that make the engine run better?
This brings us to Habit 8, kidney-supporting supplements. Now we always say food first, but sometimes the filter needs extra help. The opponent's video listed 3 excellent ones, and I agree with them completely. Omega-3 fish oil. This is the ultimate anti-inflammatory. It cools down the heat in the filter. Q10 coenzyme Q10. This is spark plug energy for your cells. Your kidneys use huge amounts of energy to filter blood. Q10 helps recharge their batteries. Nettle leaf or astragalus. These are traditional tonics. Think of them as a gentle rinse for the filter mesh. But please treat these like medicine. Do not just grab a handful of pills. Ask your doctor, is omega-3 safe for me? If they say yes, it can be a powerful addition to your clean fuel strategy.
So look at your morning now. You have flushed the system. You have calibrated the pressure. You have avoided the heavy coal. And you have fueled up with clean green energy oats and berries. You have done more for your kidneys by 8:00 a.m. than most people do in a month.
So let's take a step back. We have built a complete filter reset protocol. Phase 1, flush warm lemon water. Gentle movement, no coffee yet. Phase 2, calibrate morning sunlight, check pressure. Phase 3, fuel oatmeal. The sponge berries, the scrubbers, and no heavy coal meat, chalk creatine. This is a powerful routine. But there is one final piece of the puzzle. It is the foundation that holds the whole building up. And ironically, it happens before your morning even starts.
This is habit 10, a good night's sleep. Think about our water filter metaphor. When do you fix a filter? You cannot fix it while the water is blasting through it at full pressure during the day. You fix it when the system is offline. Sleep is the only time your kidneys go offline for maintenance. While you sleep, your blood pressure naturally dips. We call this dipping. This gives the pipes a rest. Your body releases repair hormones. The maintenance crew comes out to patch the holes in the mesh. If you sleep less than 6 hours, the maintenance crew never clocks in. The filter never gets fixed. You wake up with yesterday's damage plus today's damage. A good morning starts the night before. Go to bed early. Keep the room cool. Give your filter a break.
That is the perfect way to end. It brings us full circle. You now have the owner's manual. You don't need to be afraid of your creatinine number. You just need to respect the machine. Don't force it when it's clogged. Don't feed it dirty coal. Flush it gently. Calibrate it. Fuel it cleanly. If this filter reset protocol finally made sense of kidney health for you, please do us a great favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more people who are living in fear of their numbers. And please share this video. Kidney disease is silent. You might have a friend who is drinking coffee first thing in the morning, completely unaware they are stressing their filter. This video could be the wake-up call they need. If you are not yet part of our Healthier Daily community, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We release these deep dive guides every single week. And for our final question, which phase of the protocol are you going to start tomorrow? Is it phase 1, the flush, phase 2, the calibration, or phase 3, the clean fuel? We would love to read your commitment in the comments below. And as always, a final critical reminder. The information in this video is for educational purposes only. High creatinine can be a sign of serious kidney disease. You must work with your own doctor. Do not stop taking prescribed medication without asking them. This protocol is a lifestyle support, not a medical cure.
Thank you for joining us. Your kidneys work hard for you every second of every day. Tomorrow morning, be kind to them. Be a wise operator. Be well.